afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the channel. From the title of this video, you can tell today we're going to be working with the HUX Racing Billet Aluminum SW20 pedal mount fix. What this does is it corrects the issue that the pedal has from the factory. So the stock factory item is actually plastic, which you'll find out here further in the video. And what this pedal mount does is corrects the issue of trying to heel toe, or if you try to accelerate too hard, you'll notice that your stock gas pedal tends to flex a lot or move to the right. Again, here later in the video, you'll see that when you're trying to do anything and you try to press to the right or try to press on that pedal, it tends to just move over severely. And we don't want that, you know, especially when you're trying to heel toe or you're on the racetrack. You don't want these kind of things to happen. So this mount is solid and pretty much eliminates any type of flex unless the body itself is flexing, which would take a ton of force. So today, guys, I'm going to show you exactly what comes in the HUX Racing kit and how to install it. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. All right, guys, so I'll go ahead and show you here what comes in the kit. And as you can see, there isn't very much here. You actually get the mount itself with 2 roller bearings pressed into it, made of 6061 billet aluminum. Comes with a typical HUX Racing decal, and then 2 washers here. Now, I'll show you later on in the video what these washers are for. This is to space out from the actual gas pedal itself, because when you put this on there, you're gonna have to do some sanding, and this helps out making it a little bit easier. So I'll show you later on the video what these are for, but this is it. That's the only thing you'll be getting in your kit. Very basic, but this piece itself is quite nice. 6061 aluminum again, all machined in-house, very well done. And yeah, so let's go ahead and show you what you need to do to get this on. I'm going to show you as we go what tools are needed. Right off the bat, I know you're going to need a 10mm and you're going to need some sandpaper, as the shaft itself that needs to go through here needs to be sanded down just ever so slightly to get it through. So as of right now, that's all you need. And let's go ahead and go over to the car and let me show you what the plastic piece looks like as of right now.
All right, guys, I apologize for any audio quality issues or for video quality issues. I'm holding the camera in my hand right now, and I'm trying to keep it as steady as possible, but I wanted to do this before we go too far here. I wanted to show you right here is the stock pedal setup and the stock plastic mount. One thing I wanted to show you is how much flex there is. Now, I'll just use one finger. This is my middle finger for lack, but just the pressure of my little middle finger. See how much that flex is? Now, that's just my little middle finger doing that. Here, I'll even use my pointer. You're not putting much, but that's how much it's flexing right there. Now, imagine your heel. It flexes a ton. There's a ton, I mean a ton of movement in this thing. And with the new HUX Racing mount, which goes right there where the plastic one is, it eliminates this. All this movement now goes away. This is no longer a problem. So I just wanted to show you this first before I start taking it apart. So next up, let's start removing that little guy there, and I'll show you which part you need to remove first. All right, guys, so first thing first, what we're gonna do is remove the 2 10mm nuts here and here. You're going to remove those first to loosen up this mount. Unfortunately, because of the way this is located and where the camera is at, I won't be able to record myself actually removing these, but it's pretty basic. You know how to tell millimeter is removed. Use a ratchet wrench to make this really easy. So let's go ahead and remove those 2 10mm bolts, and then next up I'll show you the C-clip that you need to remove after that. All right, guys, now that the 2 bolts are undone, you'll see your pedal is nice and loose. Now what you need to do is remove this clip here. Now, once you remove that C-clip, the shaft should slide right out, and you should also be able to get that spring off, and then this plastic mount will completely be removed. All right, guys, so I went ahead and got the plastic mount out you see right here. Now, only thing that's left to do is install the new HUX Racing mount, but before we do so, I wanted to go ahead and show a comparison here of the two. As you can see here, the HUX Racing has a little bit more material to it. If we turn it here real quick, spin this around, you'll see again it has more material. Obviously this is billet aluminum versus plastic. The flexibility of this thing is, it doesn't take much. I mean, I could probably break this with my hand, to be honest. So this actually has way more strength to it and more material, so this should last forever. This should never go bad. This should never have a failure for yourself. He also has a little hole pre-drilled into it here, which is where you'll put your spring. So here's the stock one. That's where the stock one goes, and HUX already has it drilled in for it. So that's where your spring will go. And yeah, let's go ahead and throw this on, and I'll show you guys how to install it. All right, guys, now that the plastic mount has been removed, like I showed you there earlier, one thing you need to do is the shaft here that you can see looks very shiny now, needs to be sanded down ever so slightly to fit through the new roller bearings. The roller bearings are slightly, and I mean very, very slightly smaller. So you need to shave down the shaft some with some sandpaper, and then once you've done that, you need to add 2, and I repeat that, you need to add 2 of those spacers that came in the kit. These spacers will go up to the end of the shaft here at this point right here. because it's hard to get around this shoulder here, and it's hard to shave that much. It's hard to just get up right next to the shoulder of it. So this will allow you to make sure the mount is on there perfectly. Once you put those on, we can then slip on the mount, and we'll take a look what that looks like. All right, guys, now that we've shaved the shaft down, what we had to do next was reinstall everything. So what you do first is install the spring, which you see here. Then next, we have to install the 2 washers, which are here. And then we install the actual HUX Racing billet mount, which we see right here. Now, once we've done all this, what we need to do next is go ahead and reinstall the 2 10mm bolts that are on the mount itself. Now, to do this, you can either, one, go ahead and clip the carpet. You know, if we can take this here, we can actually trim this carpet. I personally do not want to do so. So what I'm going to do is mount this up, put both 10mm back in, and just let the carpet sit above it. I personally do not want to trim the carpet. That's my personal preference. You can. You do not have to, but again, you can if you would like. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt this back down. And it should be good. Oh, one thing I should make sure of too is you need to make sure you put the C-clip at the end of the shaft that is here. Once you put that C-clip on, make sure that the shaft itself can't slide back off. So let's go ahead and bolt this all back up, and I can show you how much of a difference it makes. All right, guys, now the mount is all back on. Everything is bolted down now and everything is good. So what we can do next is push the carpet back up. Once again, you can either clip that little piece off right here if you'd like, or like me, just leave it there as it doesn't really harm anything. It just kind of goes up and over. But now what I wanted to show you is the flex test, kind of like we were doing there earlier. Here's me putting every bit of pressure I can. As you can see, I can't, unfortunately, push the pedal over any at all. I shouldn't say unfortunately, that's a good thing. No more movement now. Pedal still articulates properly, as you can see. Everything works and functions like it should, but there's no side-to-side movement now. Everything works perfectly. I'm very, very happy with this mount. And actually, as you guys can see, this is quite an easy install. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's as basic as it gets.
All right, guys, and that is it then. That is how you install your HUX Racing billet gas pedal mount. That's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward for the most part. If you guys do have any questions though, or any concern, please, please, please feel free to hit me up. I have all my information down below. Also, if you guys can do me a favor, go over and check out HUX Racing. Go check out this part and order one today. I can't stress enough what a difference this really makes. Until you're driving it down the road and you can feel the difference when you're trying to heel toe, this is what will really fix that problem. If you like to race or you like to spirited drive, this will really show and will really make a big difference for you in the long haul. Again, guys, thank you very much again for tuning in today. I do appreciate your love and support. Again, go down below, check out HUX Racing and check out their products. Thank you guys very much, and I will talk to you later.